we're dealing with a lot of uncertainty at the moment, and the whole talk about how to be agile as a leader these days. And I've seen your business has evolved over the years, and you've added different products in, and you've created things, and you've developed things in response to your clients and to your marketplace. How did you develop that agility and that creativity, I suppose, Sharon?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not entirely sure. I just I think a lot of it comes from intuition, to be honest. You know, I'm a big believer in intuition, and if something doesn't feel right, then it generally isn't. And conversely, if something feels right, then it generally is. You know, and I think a good example would be if you sort of wind back to March. So my one of my signature programs, so how to create a successful and profitable training business. I started life as a one-day workshop, a live workshop, and then about 4 years ago, I changed it into an online workshop because I realised that there were a lot of things that I just, I couldn't get into a one-day workshop. So I did it over 6 weeks, and I did it online. So that would give more people the opportunities to come and join the program. And I tended to do this twice a year, so sort of once in the spring and once in the autumn. And go in March 2020, that would be the time that I would, ordinarily be running this 6-week online program. Well, as you know what happened in March, and I kind of sat there, and I thought to myself, oh God, and I had that feeling in my stomach of this isn't right, and thought, how can I, send an email out inviting everybody to come on this course, how to create a successful and profitable training business, when there is no training, because at that time everybody was going, oh God, I've got no work. My diary's collapsed, the training industry's collapsed, and all this kind of thing. So I thought, I can't send this. It just doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
And so I almost didn't do anything at all. And then I was thinking about it, and then I just was observing what was happening around me, with obviously everybody, wanting to sort of, to do online training and virtual training and so on. And also there was a lot of people at home that all of a sudden, again, if you go back to March time, everybody, the big thing that was coming through to me then was people suddenly had the time. And because they had the time, they were going, right, okay, maybe when we do go back to normal, maybe I don't want to do that anymore. Maybe I want to run my business in a different way. And so I thought, you know what, this is probably a good time for people to kind of take stock of where they are in their business, as well as learn about online training. So I thought, aha, okay. So what happened was, as you know, because you run the program, I repositioned that program, and it became how to create a future fit training business. And in that program, I still talked about the marketing, but from the perspective of taking stock of your business. And then obviously Jeanette came in and she did the online training side. And so, but that all started as an intuitive feeling that original program just wasn't right for what was happening now. So I had to tweak it to take account of.
Yeah, I really love that, because I think we so often get attached to the cerebral brain, our thinking, and actually intuition, our gut brain, as it were, and our heart brain are often negated in favor of being logical and practical and thinking, what do I need to do next? So trusting your intuition in that way. And also what I'm hearing is what you're really good at is just getting present to what you're actually feeling at that moment in time, and also observing and noticing what is happening around you before you act. I think that's a real skill that you've got there, Sharon. So that's a lesson for all of us, is like, don't necessarily rush in on what you think you should be doing, but actually stay with what are you feeling here? What are you noticing? And what's your gut telling you?
Yeah. And I do think that intuition is kind of underrated really in business.
Yeah.
I do think it always serves me well.
Yes.
I think I would probably in the early days of my business maybe wasn't confident enough to trust my intuition in the way that I am now. And now, because I know now that all the years of experience I've had in business now, I know that it's always right. So
yeah, Absolutely. And often it's the thing that will free us and take us forward. And sometimes we get caught up with our thinking and in our heads. And that's where our fear lives. That's where our ego lives as well. So that stops us, that holds us back. So it's like, trust your gut more. That's what I'm hearing.
So my secrets are probably, as you say, just trust your gut. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, because they're only experiments. And what was the other? There was one that I and is it easy? Is it joyful? Only do things that you don't want to do. Stop doing things that you don't want to do. That's
fantastic. That's a really lovely summary. Thank you. So